Damn! This music's hard to quit, man. I gotta pick some more boring intro music so I can just, like, start the stream without feeling conflicted, you know? But, yeah, we gotta go. We got a lot to do ahead of us. And not enough time, as always. Alright, welcome back, everyone. I'm done crying after last time. Yeah, Moonbrita died. That's the recap. Enough said. She passed away. She sacrificed herself so we could kill Nabrialis and Ascian. Whom death was a mercy for. But, yeah, now we continue. We move on. Make sure her death was not in vain. By continuing to do what we do best. Which is kick ass and chew bubblegum. You know, something I forgot to mention last time when I was talking about, like, why I was so overwhelmed with emotion and everything. Yeah, I explained that it was because I could relate to the characters very well because I actually lost someone, in real life, and the way they were mourning Moonbrita's death and her passing and everything, the whole situation resembled, you know, the thoughts and feelings that the characters were going through the same ones that me and my loved ones experienced with the loss of our friend. That's right, I can't even start New Game Plus here. Jesus. It's gonna tell me to fuck off, isn't it? Yeah. This is why I always go to a hotel room. Wait, I don't need to go that far. Actually, yeah, fuck it, whatever. What was I saying? Oh, right, so apparently that's a technique they actually encourage actors to use so that they can actually, you know, channel their emotions and make themselves cry on command. Is to try and, like, not only get into the character and what the character's feeling, but also relate it to something they've experienced in real life. So in this case, you know, a sense of loss, something like that, you know. To try and call back those feelings of grief when they've went through a very similar emotional trauma or a situation like that. And that helps them actually cry, as their character's supposed to, according to the script on camera. It's still apparently not easy to do that on command for actors, but it's a technique that's best... Like, it's the most well-known technique I've heard of for actors that they use to try and cry on command for, like, a movie or something. To actually think about something tragic that really, like, emotionally upset them and everything. And then they're able to... And yeah, I can see why it works, because that's kind of what was happening to me, as I was already, like, crying for this character's death and the way everyone was mourning her. But then I started remembering, seeing the parallels and remembering how I, you know, how I felt very similar things and had very similar thoughts and feelings to when I lost someone like that. And I started having flashbacks to those exact memories that I have of that person's funeral, their death, and everything. And then the waterworks just came from there. Like, it felt so much more painful. So I was like, Jesus. I guess it works then. If you were actually trying to cry on command, that would actually probably bring it out. Because yeah, it amplified it. It amplified the emotions way more. But anyway, let's continue, shall we? The Mask of Grief. Wonder what this is about. The beginning of 2.55. I like this for now. Venthylia has a request to make of you. When does she not? Have you a moment, Leon? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. Well, I tried to talk to her earlier. She wanted to be alone, but I guess enough time has passed. She's willing to talk again. But she said she wasn't in a talkative mood earlier. She has not been herself since Moonbrita's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Ida should be somewhere within the Rising Stones. Pray lend her a sympathetic ear, my friend. Also, Menphilia revealed to us, while she was also holding back her own tears, that we are apparently her pillar of strength, whereas everybody else kind of sees her as that, according to her. She's like, my pillar of strength is... You're my pillar of strength, she says, whereas she feels like she's everybody else's. I was like, damn. Well, I'm doing a horrible job then, because it's like, I think I'm crying more than you. That was a thought that crossed my mind last time, too. Time for more feels. Hey, it's Leon! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but... it's just hard, you know? Yeah. The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and... well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. I understand what you mean, honestly. I'm dealing with Rowena, her type. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you, and the daisy, at Wraithfrost. Where we had the funeral, basically, the memorial service. Wraithfrost. Oh wait, I should have this. Fucking cute. There we go. I think we don't have to go far to go see Rowena. Right over here. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? A sack of gil received from me in exchange for a single moon daisy. Nah, just here for a flower. Hey? I've got you running errands now? Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Send them the Savior of Eorzea to the Bleeding Market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the Chocobo stables next. This is why Edith didn't want to deal with her. Although I get her meaning, I know what she's trying to say, and I do agree with that to, you know, to a certain extent, but right now is not the time, but she doesn't know that. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. Until that Ida lasts, I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. Gods knows she needs to. Alright, Rowan. See you around. Yeah, she has no idea what's happened, so... Again, she does still bring up a good point, though. About, you know... Gotta learn to say no. I think she's onto something with that, but... now is just not the time. Oh, right, she said meet her at Wraithfrost, not back here. My bad. My mind is all over the place. Partially because I'm tired, but also, you know, still dwelling on what happened and sad about it. I never know which way to go with this. I think I'll go this way. Oh my god, look at... Dude, look at that silhouette. Holy shit. Oh! The silhouette it made. It looked very shadowy until I got too close. Yeah, let me do this. Oh, I can't land here. Damn it. Well, hold on, I can still go in first person. Ever the photographer in me. Anyone up there? Hold on. Oh my god, I need to reduce the camera speed sometimes. For times like this. Fucking beautiful. Too bad I can't land here. I can land here. That's where she is. You'd hardly think these guys are enemies, too. Look at them. Without the name tag, it's just like a little light bulb. Oh, this view isn't as good. No, it's not quite the same effect from here. That place is much better if you could actually land there. Yeah. Alright, whatever. We gotta get going. Oh look, he's right here. The same dude. Midgard Zormer. Zormer, damn it! It's a Z sound. Fuck. I like that the outline of Thaliak, was it? Yeah. The symbol, it just kind of... It doesn't glow, but it, you know, it stands out a little. At night. It blends in more during the daytime, is what I'm saying. Ugh, Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again. And then again. And then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Again, you're not the only one. I kinda got annoyed at her too. Moon daisies are often hung to rafters, trees, or other elevated locations to represent the celestial body when performing holy rituals to the goddess Menfina during daylight hours. Well, our timing sucks then, because it's nighttime, but whatever. Moonbrita loves these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. Well, if it meant a lot to her, then it doesn't matter what time of day it is. It works. It does the job of commemorating her in some way, right? And paying tribute to her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
So it is meant to be Moon. Moonbrita. The moon. Hence the flower. And Menfina, the goddess of the moon.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Shit's about to happen? Is that what you mean? I think that's what he meant. But yeah, Menfina's the goddess of love, but also represents the moon, right? Moonbrita makes sense now.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
The timing sucks, but... Again, that's out of our control. There's a lot of things in life that are out of our control. We just kind of roll with it. Oh wait. The return trip is always faster, because I can just do this. He said the song reaches a crescendo, which is, you know, a climax, essentially. So he warned us that something big was about to happen. Little Midgard Zormer. on our shoulder. We shall press onwards as we have always done, and will not squander the sacrifices of our fallen friends by surrendering to a paralysis born of fear. What you talking about, Alfino? What's going on? My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbreeda's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Defenders for Ishgard. Oh, we gotta go defend Ishgard now? The envoy is here. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Excuse me. Jesus. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Kurthus at once. Excuse me. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Whoa. Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. Yeah, exactly. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. Yeah, exactly. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. In other words, we're desperate as fuck. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request. A personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard Zormr and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. It would seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhood. Seek me out when you arrive, Leon. Whew. Damn, they got fucked up. So she's back for more.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
shit!
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
She took out their fucking barrier just like that. Like it was fucking nothing. We've had reports from a number of frontier settlers. Would seem the dragons have come as far as Mordona. Oh, forget pressing triangle. These spells, you know, cancels casts like that. Shit. It seems I was the swifter, Leon. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Shit is about to go down. That's all I know. Bothered Bowman. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Tenterhooked Temple Knight. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. He's terrified and traumatized. Dyspeptic Dragoon. Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections! I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. Well, we need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Oh shit. This poor guy's mother's in the city. He's terrified for her. It would seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. And you have learned of the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emeric awaits you. Worms roar. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Harshfon will know where Sir Emeric means to receive us. Of course. So much for that. Pray ask Lord Harsapon to direct us to the meeting place when you are ready. It is reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the Intercessory. Wait, what else does he say? Sir Emmerich has now arrived in Camp Dragonhead. Pray make your way to the Intercessory. Will do. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Please. Shit's urgent. Ishgard's future hangs in the balance. If the city's salvation rests on our assistance, I cannot well withhold it. Even so, I mean to make Sir Emmerich sweat for his reinforcements. On this occasion, feigned disinterest may serve the cause of Eorzean unity better than naked philanthropy. Come, let us find out what concessions the Holy See is willing to make. Damn, ever the politician Alfina over here. He's like, of course we're gonna help them, but we gotta pretend that we might not, so that we can pressure them into helping us as well, because they keep turning us down. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes. We are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alfino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally. Estinian! Oh shit! Last time I saw him, we scrapped and got beef. With Albrecht, too. See, Leon's like, oh shit. Been a long time, comrade. Expecting him to say that like Krauser or something. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? Yeah, I know who he is. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. I see you, Crimson, yeah. His weapon. They are formidable warriors, all. Yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. I beg to differ, but you don't know about that. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer, as my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest. Be at ease, Leon. I did not come to challenge you this day. At this point, my first playthrough of this game, I saw this because I was already a Dragoon and went through that whole storyline. I was like, wait, so would he still be here if I had done that? If I had been a different job class, or would he have said something different, or what's going on? I was really confused. But needless to say, my immersion was at an all-time high because, you know, I already know who this guy was from doing the Dragoon job quest. Okay. So I guess we're not gonna fight. Yeah. Actually, I think I looked it up one time, and yeah, I think Estinian just says something about not knowing what to expect from a so-called warrior of light or something, and just kind of like impressed in his own way, or like not impressed, but kind of skeptical of you. Like if you're not a Dragoon by this point. So, but that was what I saw my first time through, was him addressing me directly and saying, you know, my fellow Azure Dragoon, you know, we're equals, but don't worry, I'm not going to fight you, even though last time we met, we scrapped and left on bad terms. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Oh, that's why Estinian's here. Estinian's the one holding on to it. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, Though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength. Excuse me. And then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. I like how Midgard-Zormr is just talking but not appearing so that nobody sees him. Leon's eyes just look off to like, you know, can hear where his voice is coming from. Just looked kind of funny seeing his eyes just do that. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. Secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Drevanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through their endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber, only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Makes sense. Yeah. Of that we cannot be certain, but we know the heretics don't covet the eye. We have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Drevanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. Yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Drevania. Oh shit, here we go! Alfino's laying down the fucking, Oh, what's the expression here? He's putting the line down, drawing the line in the sand here. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Drevania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel. We got you there. You know it. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona? 7 hells. Thought this one through, didn't they? Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Iscardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Yeah, I saw that happen. You almost gave yourself to him, dude. He almost took over your mind completely. Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. So it's just like Albrecht told us. Well, both him and Albrecht talked about this during the Dragoon storyline for 1 through 50. Well, 30 through 50, I guess. They said that Nidhogg would probably wake up soon. And then that's why before the whole drama happened between Albrecht and Estinian, Estinian told me that we should partner up as, you know, double Azure Dragoons to fight out Nidhogg when he wakes up. Seems that time's finally come. He woke up. There can be no doubt, the worm has summoned his minions to war. We thought it was Midgard Zormer who roared, but it was actually Nidhogg. Midgard Zormer was still asleep until we showed up and poked at him. Nidhogg. He is the source of our suffering. If we do not fell the worm, these endless clashes count for naught. I am painfully aware of the hypocrisy of our requests, and the self-inflicted nature of our predicament. Sorry. But should it serve to deliver my people from their unkind fate, gladly shall I bow my head and beg for aid. I expect, nay, welcome, the coming storm of scorn and disdain. Damn. There's a man for you folks. He takes it standing up like a champ. I don't recognize where that quote's from, but it sounds familiar. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. Yeah, you thought you could take him, but he was like, no. MCU, Doctor Strange? Oh, okay. Dormammu, is that? Oh, okay, so I think that's, yeah, the first Doctor Strange movie, yeah, exactly, the final boss. That one, yeah. I forgot about that, yeah. I remember how that scene goes afterwards, but I forgot the dude's name. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Yeah, bittersweet. Suppose that's one way to put it. Committed to the cause, Alfino is ready to begin making preparations for war. If we are to aid the Asgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the Antecedent.
Alfino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others.
Everyone must hear my report.
Yeah, everyone. He meant everyone.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphinaud is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end.
She got nodded ahead of time, I guess.
For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Damn, he was burning a hole into the back of their heads. Oh, the back of one of their heads. He is mighty suspicious of them. Our good old pal Real here. Volunteer Dragon Slayers. Well, I suppose when I became a Dragoon, it was only to be expected that was going to be expected of me at some point. I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. Small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphinaud. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Cressus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slaftborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Ah, before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? Excuse me? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. It is impossible to predict how many will rally to Ishgard's call for reinforcements. I do not envy those responsible for planning the city's defense. We are rather close to Kurthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Leon. I have 101 things to discuss with Slathborn. Okay. You guys gonna be alright? So, Minfili has committed the Scions to Ishgard's cause, has she? Though she makes her pronouncements with unshakable confidence, I can only imagine how agonizing it was for her to arrive at this decision. So many lives at stake. Yeah. Giri? The threat of war sows panic and confusion, and routine tasks can offer a calming stability. Being sure the larder is properly stocked, for instance. Strangely true. Maintaining a sense of routine, yeah. Where the hell? Oh, right there he is. And so I'd like you to spread the word to the settlers and adventurers in town. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Kurthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary as well as a temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. To think that I'd see the day when Revenant's Toll became a bustling hub for adventurers. Almost warrants giving the place a new name, wouldn't you say? That said, the influx of visitors doesn't come without problems, for Tatara most of all, and those of us who have to give an ear to her griping. I think that's what he says when you first meet him, though. That might have just been pretty generic. Accomplice adventure. And who's this guy? Oh, it's a Rodan chick. I couldn't see because of the hood. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. Oh shit, that was savage. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. What's up, Rio? Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to the scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamego by the name of Wilred was there with the Fourth that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? Oh, you're right, that was his first official assignment. He was all excited about it. No, I haven't seen him since then. Oh, damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ul'dah. Oh, this is getting me. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Wilred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And this is just between you and me, mind. There's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he'd noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail. I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilred. Any road, you've got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Leon. Thanks for keeping me in the loop, dude. Let's see if I can recruit any more fellow players of this game. I mean, adventurers. So, Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. Ah, but I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do? What to do? Austere adventurer. You know what? Actually, we were supposed to have flight right now. Let me start down here. I'll end up there. Angular adventure? Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. So it's to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. I always forget where the hell the stairs are in that place. So I said, fuck it. Sell me blade to the Ishgardians? Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk, he did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. One of the few who actually said yes. Jesus. There you are, Leon. So, did you sway any hearts? Barely. 1 or 2, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slathborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's Toll veteran is worth a dozen clinking knights at least. True. All the adventurers here are in the endgame. They're all level 50, so... Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alfino. Apparently the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight. And they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Ul'dah or you'll be late. Alfino said that he would meet you on the Royal Promenade. There's an awful lot of build-up and also kind of distractions leading up to, you know, this war that's already started without us, essentially. They told us the fighting's already happening. But we keep getting pulled this way and that way. But by the time we get there, it's gonna be over. Ishgard will be done. But no. Realistically, conflicts usually last a very long time. Alright. See if I can get this right. Oh! My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I'd hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent request for an audience had prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we? I'm guessing this is going to be voiced.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
30 FPS reflection on the table, though.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
He's mad.
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Those are player-made free companies.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords?
Yeah, I guess that's what, yeah. Adventures, that's what
Crises
they are.
like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Ul'dah to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard.
Show her, I didn't even know she was here.
Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
First time we see her, but I guess it's just some attendant or whatever. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Harshathon and Sir Emmerich to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. I guess so. Captain Ilberd, what news? Then the assault has begun? We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandar at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Leon, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Marcelin at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. I was under the impression the fighting had already started based on some of the things I had said. But I guess not. The city of Ishgard is about to get attacked horribly. You were the appointed captain of the Sellsword contingent? Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishers are slain. Okay, so defeat the Dravanian forces at Whiterun first. Gotcha. Alright, we're scrapping. It has begun. Yep, here we go. Shit. Already several of our own. Damn dragons. He moved out of the fucking... More of them. Shit, well, at least you survived. And one of our Crystal Braves, but the rest didn't make it. For those we can yet save. Damn, that's hella far. Without flight, it must have taken a while to get from this point all the way over there. There's the Gates of Judgment. The Steps of Faith are, well, right over there. We just kind of flew over them. Remember, this whole area in 1.0 was just not even covered in any snow at all. Thank the gods you're here! Yeah, sounds like you could... Oh, it looks like you could take, use some backup. Jesus. Getting decimated everywhere. How the hell? Get out of here, you little shit! What news, adventurer? The reinforcements. Decimated, you say? They were all fucking dead. This is only 2 people per group were still alive. Dravanian devils! Damn their scaly hides! Hold fast to your grief and fury, sir. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. That's what I like to hear. Let's fucking do this shit. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. I flew over it, yeah. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Denethyn's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. All now rests on us, adventurer. Lead your comrades out onto the steps of faith and prepare to meet the horde. May the fury guide your blades. Stand against the Dravanian horde on the steps of faith. It's a trial. The steps of faith, the sole means of approaching the city of Ishgard. As well as providing passage across the Sea of Clouds, this great stone bridge also serves to anchor the series of arcane wards known as Denethyn's Collar. Long has the Holy See relied upon these barriers to shield the city from Dravanian assault, but it did not reckon upon the brazen actions of Lady Iceheart. The outermost layer of protection has been dispelled, allowing the mighty dragon Vishap to land upon the far end of the Steps of Faith. Leading an army of lesser kin, the massive creature is intent on destroying the exposed foundations of the remaining wards. Take up position alongside the Temple Knights and defend the structure from the ravaging forces of the Horde. Here to hear first, folks. I'm gonna turn on my ceiling fan because it's getting warm in here. Alright, I realized I was muted. I just said, alright, into battle we go. That motherfucker is huge. So we crossed the bridge. He came in right behind us. Yeah, he's a big one. There's the remaining shields or wards and some cannons to help. Okay. We claim victory this day, or Ishgard falls. Accept the fury into your heart and defend this bridge with your life's blood. I'll do my best. They seek to swarm the healers. Focus your attacks on the dragonflies. Of course, there's always ads, aren't there? Ow. Don't get stepped on. Wait a minute. Slings and arrows shall avail us not against this foe. Ready the cannons! I don't know what these do, but... Sidewise slice? Damn. Alright. A little rough, don't you think? Ow. Thought I summoned more. Oh fuck. Well, I didn't use those on time. He's about to reach the first barrier. Probably gonna be more ads in a minute. No? I expect it fully. No? Alright, I guess that's it then. That dude was expectedly tanky as hell. I remember my first time here, it was, Jesus Christ, the chaos that ensues. With all the ads that appear, and then the cannon fire and everything else. It's insane. Battlefield is humongous too. Wait. No, I'll stay like this. Alright, job done. Let's get the hell out of here. The dragons! They are withdrawing! Victory is ours! One of Nidhogg's greatest champions, slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. He does have a personal agenda against him. His hometown and all that. Leon, the dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my Crystal Braves were not found wanting. Good to hear. Seems we got success on all fronts. Commander Leveilleur, Leon. True to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy. I too would offer my thanks, Leon. Through your deeds, we have achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire. But step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And, as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. It is a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilbert back to Ul'dah, and reassign those braves whose squad suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. Leon, welcome back. Alphinaud sent word of the siege, and of course of the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, Leon. Thank you. All in the day's work, I mean, what can I say? Not really, that was insane, but we're fine. You must be weary, Leon, and now may very well be your only chance to... So much for that. Antecedent! A messenger from Ul'dah arrived with a missive for you. The Royal Scion. Curious indeed. Ah, an invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul'Namo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ul'dah, in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege, you for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurers' contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. Yeah, all three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph? You're not wrong, yeah, this seems a little tongue-in-cheek. Ah, but mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. That seems like the most probable thing, actually. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. We have scarce had time to mourn Moonbreda, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Kinda sucks, but yeah. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. True. Diplomacy. Tataru, if you would do me the favor of contacting the rest of the Scions? Of course, Antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. Why is she so down? Curious. I have never known Tataru to sigh at such requests. Could aught be amiss? Also, wasn't my... Okay, no, it's fine. I was a little worried if my controller was low on battery. I was like, this might turn off at the worst time. Better check, but no, I'm fine. Where'd she go? Tataru? Actually, let me talk to them first. Have you witnessed the scene over yonder? Such is the fate of he who would toy with women's hearts. Let us see how Thancred's silver tongue wags its way out of this one. Oh, shit! Oh, no wonder everybody's looking over there. This is what we were talking about earlier. Chadcred is in over his head now because he's deceived too many women to pull favors for him. And they all know about each other now, and they're all jealous. I'm guessing that's what's happening. In Doma, fidelity is a highly prized virtue. Perhaps it is a difference in culture, but this situation lies outside my comprehension. Do we not have more pressing matters to attend to? Kinda, yeah. A primal shackles its faithful with the bonds of eternal devotion, but I fear the power Thancred wields over his admirers is rather more fickle. Especially when each realizes she is not the sole object of his affection. Eden? Are you okay? Oh god, make it stop! My sides are about to burst! She's laughing her ass off. I thought she was crying, but no. Thancred, you dug your own grave. He said that I was his favorite muse. Why do we leave these others to their... What? Useless squabbling? Oh my god, this is great. This cat girl just trying to, like, show off her ass and, like, get Thancred's attention and be like, let them fight each other. Let's just go somewhere quiet and fuck, basically. Do they all say anything else? Okay, so we got a Hearer, an Elezen, another cat girl, another Hearer. So how many... Two cat girls, 2 Hearers, and an Elezen. Damn, Thancred, you were busy. I'm the one who procured the rarest of ores. Oh, she's the chick who yelled at Ida! Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move away and come back because I want to hear the... I want to see if I can see all their text bubbles. She heard the stories of me. Let's see if that worked. I have to read fast here. Okay. I just took a picture instead. Let's see what it says. Okay, so she says, why don't we leave these others to their squabbling? Trying to flirt with them. Get them out of here. I'm the one who procured the rarest of ores. Mikote Manstealer. So she's directing that at the Mikote right in front of her. You'd best watch your tongue. That's her response. And those two are fighting across from each other. He said that I was his favorite muse. Okay. Oh my god, Thancred, what the hell? This is great. I'm taking... I didn't know this happened. Jesus Christ. Damn it, hold on, Thancred, do that again. I gotta take a screenshot of this shit. There we go. This is fantastic. Then I'll see what he says. Alright, that's enough. Alright, Thancred, how are you getting out of this mess? Ladies, please, this is no way to... Oh, hello, Leon. I was just, entertaining some friends. Oh, gods. Yeah, you dug yourself into a deep one, man. Chadcred strikes again, but this time not in a good way. This time he's striking out. 5 times over. They do say the past eventually catches up with you. That's true, Crimson. That is very true. It always finds a way to do that. Chad cred backfired, exactly. Tataru is conspicuous by her absence. Lemon, do you know where she went? Tataru? I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think on it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Good luck, Thancred! Damn, I'm definitely gonna take some more time to see what everybody's doing every time there's a story beat. This is fantastic. Taru, hello? Alright, gonna need a bird's eye view for this, I think. Oh, wait, there she is. Well, it worked, didn't it? Mikote girl. Oh my god! It's a little kitty girl! The little cat ears! Hold on. Oh my god, that is adorable. They're like tiny! The cat ears are actually really small, like a kitten's. That's super fucking cute. Where's Koharu gone? I want to play hide and seek too. The tail! Look at the tiny ass tail, dude! That is adorable. I can't. Wow. The super tiny little tail. The cute little pointy ears. Just like an actual like newborn kitten. That's just. I have no words. That's super cute. I can't get enough of that. Oh, Leon, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing, really. Well, it's not nothing, exactly. But it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. Oh, I see where this is going. And that's why I should probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. You always know what to say, Leon. Glad we had this little chat. I didn't say a fucking thing! I just freaked out over the cuteness of that little cat girl kitten. I don't know. A little infant child, the child kitten, I guess. I don't know what the fuck to call him. A Mikote child. Do you have any luck over there? No, probably not. But I like how in scenes like that, there's always the one. There's always the one chick who's just like, let's just go somewhere quiet and let them fight it out. Like, she doesn't even see them as competition. She's just like, fuck them, come on. Come with me. You know I'm your favorite. She's like so full of confidence, she's not even fighting with the rest of them. Babe Kote? Like baby? Yeah. My mind is made up. Really? About what exactly? Yes, Tataru? You have my undivided attention. I've been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but Leon made me realize that there's no time like the present. And time is what I'm here to ask you for. I am not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you have certainly earned the rest. But I suspect that lying abed is far from your intent. You know me too well, Antecedent. There is in fact something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventurers and the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Hoary Boulder and Coltonet have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors. And so it seems only right that I too should acquire the power to defend myself. And others, more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. Wow. Go Tataru. That sneer. Or smirk, whatever it is. Whoa, hey! Almost crashed into you, huh? That's the first time I've almost been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. I've never seen Miss Tataru so determined. Has aught befell with which I might help Antecedent? Ah, not at present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me? Oh, yes. Pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol. And I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer, of the capable kind of course, be assigned to our party. Very well. I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able. My thanks, Antecedent. I take my leave of you. Baby Kote. That's a good one, actually. Baby Kote. Oh, we have two. Shit. Again, if this was New Game, we could actually do them both accept them both at the same time, at least. But in New Game Plus, you're forced to do one at a time. So we'll start with the first one. An unexpected ambition. The power to defend oneself? Tataru has ever been full of surprises. Now that I think on it, I do recall Urianger mentioning that she had developed an interest in Arcanema. Mayhap she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Lominsa? Yes, that will be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. See, red marker, you can't accept the other one. I guess we're going to see what Tataru's up to first. Suppose this is a welcome respite after the all-out war that ensued on the fucking bridge, right? Oh wait, there's a faster way there. I was literally about to run there. It's like, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, here she is. She's hitting the books and she's got the little hat too. Leon! What are you doing here? When Philly asked me to look after you. Oh, I didn't mean for her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here, don't you see? Yeah, you want to learn how to fight. I, Tataru Taru, shall become a great and powerful arcanist. And now, at Mistress, Thubbergrim's behest, I must go and complete a special training exercise. Until we meet again. Or it's Thubbergrim. I don't know. She's basically gonna do one of the very first job quests you get as an arcanist. Wait, where the fuck did I... Okay, over there. That's what she's gonna go do. There she is, Guildmaster. Ah, Citizen Leon. What brings you to the guild? Not here for any arcanist training, but here for someone else. So you are acquainted with our newest member? Huh. An arcanist of your experience must see that her potential is somewhat lacking. I mean, I wouldn't be that harsh. I would give everyone a fair chance, but come on. But you know, whatever. Nevertheless, she would not be denied, and goes now to undertake her first trial. A simulated inspection of 3 crates. Doubtless you recall receiving similar training under Clehia's supervision. Yep, I was just talking about that. I remember that. A thought occurs to me. Why not oversee Tataru's training yourself? Given your relationship with the girl and your familiarity with the task, I think you're the ideal choice. You need only head to the cliff south of the Zephyr Gate as before and observe at a distance. See, I did these quests and unlocked this job and everything well after this, so the dialogue was very different for me the first time through. Alright, I can just use the ether right here. I was a stranger to her my first time through here because I wasn't an arcanist yet at this part of the story on my first playthrough. I was just a dragoon and a ninja, and nothing else. Oh, or Azure sees the pirate's port, where she met her shining jewel, that old song again. For to bring the smuggler's plans to naught, oh, it's a different one. Came the last whom none could fool. Beat him with a backdraft, gut him with a gust, deck him with a downburst. Go, Carbuncle, go! Singing a song, huh? To make a Carbuncle do your bidding? Oh, are those crates I spy? Yeah, I remember this. Ah, and this must be the true test. But we're ready for them, aren't we, Carbuncle? Pause, champ. Oh! Carbuncle? He's gone. I ain't got not even the slightest sliver of respect for you, Tatara. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh! Come back, Carbuncle! Come back! Well, at least she got out of there with her life intact. That could have ended a lot worse. I should have known you'd come, Leon. You didn't even say a word. Your face says it all. I know you bore witness to my shame. I choked up as soon as the scene started, because I genuinely feel for her. For this, in this kind of situation. Betrayed by my own Carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others. I will inform Mistress Stubbergeim of my intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcanima, like so much else, is beyond me. Just wants to help, you know? Made me cry again. When I say again, I'm not referring to Moonbrita. The first time through, I actually did tear up just as much as I did just now. Like, I can find the pain of wanting to help and not being able to. That sense of helplessness, I can find it very relatable. You want to help, but you can't, or sometimes you even end up achieving the opposite. You become a burden or mess things up and make them worse. And then once I saw her actually start crying and run away like that, I couldn't hold back. Poor Tataru. Ah, back so soon? How fared our fledgling arcanist? It didn't go well. Abysmally, Miss Stubbergeim. Abysmally, as Leon will testify. I was wrong to become an arcanist. Wrong as usual. I am completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Ataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you to gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanine. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon Carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? It's a great way to try and make her feel better. You are too kind, Mistress Stubbergeim. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged. Ancient ways, timeless wants. As fetching as these garments are, I feel I shall never don them again. But I can't go back to the Rising Stones without something to show for my time away. Wait, what I can do? That is, if you don't mind accompanying me for a little longer? No, of course not. Wonderful! Then to Costa del Sol we will go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it will pay off. I believe in you, Tatara. My heart melts for her because she just wants to help in any way she can. Damn it, I'm choking up again. Fuck. Nice sunset. Actually, it's a sunrise. I just saw it at 6 a.m. Yes, this is it. This is where the man at the Drowning Winds told me to look. She's already dressed for the beach, too. There's a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in... Oh, clam, sorry, which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshore. One which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are also coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fared rather poorly in battle last time... Let us be off. I know where this is going. You want me to help you, right? What fortune! I've already found one! Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? It should only take a moment. Okay. I'll look out for nasties. Standing watch. Holy shit! Morgar. That's a big-ass motherfucker. Well, get over here. Oh, you got some fight in you, huh? Alright, let's do this. Almost done over here, Tatara. Well fought, Leon. Well fought. I knew I was right to ask you to come. That was meant to be like a mini boss fight, considering how much HP he had. As for me, I have my prize. A bounty of blood pearls. So named for their reddish hue, they were treasured as wards against dark magics in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone, so that no matter where they go, they will always come home. I wonder if this was a very subtle callback to that boss fight on the beach in FF7 with that little girl trying to get the play with the dolphin or whatever. I don't think so though. I only asked because we were attacked by a serpent just like that boss, but yeah, I don't think so. It's sort of the power to defend myself and other people, in a way. Right, well, I mustn't keep Lamin waiting. There's work to be done, and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the Scions and the Laminzen markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, pray convey my apologies to the antecedent and tell her that she needn't worry about me. I'll let her know, Tatara. Farewell, Leon, and thank you for everything. That sounded rather final, didn't it? How about... until we meet again? Yeah, that did almost sound like an actual, like, permanent goodbye or something. Cute-ass wave. What was that last look about? Right. Oh, okay. Everyone's gone now. Damn. I wanted to see if anything had developed with that situation. Welcome home, Leon. I gather you found Tataru and Limsa Lominsa? Yeah, a lot of shit happened, but she's okay. My, it sounds as though she had quite an adventure. And while it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging my request. Yeah, no problems. I will go where we are needed. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Hoary Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I am sorry to say that I have as yet been unable to do so. Now, I realize that you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath a man of your talents. But I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter? Sure. Generous to a fault. I thank you, Leon. You got that right. Now it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, and so we asked the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Hoary Boulder and Coltonet were to act as two such escorts, as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty, hence my need to impose upon your goodwill. You truly are a pillar of strength, Leon. Hoary Boulder will share with you the details of your task. He should be waiting for you outside. Be safe. Right on. Excuse me. I had no idea that you would be assisting us personally, Leon. My sincerest apologies for dragging you into our affairs. Ah, Leon! Is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Huzzah! What did I tell you, Coltonet? Our misfortune has become a blessing, an opportunity to serve alongside the Warrior of Light himself. Need I remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route? True, but our mission is the same. Separated by malms we may be, but in spirit we shall be together. If such thoughts bring you joy, you are welcome to think them. To more practical concerns. Leon, we would have you attend to the scholar charged with surveying the South Shroud. He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate locations to take his readings. In spirit, Leon, in spirit, we shall be together every step of the way. Sure. Let's go with that. Whew. At last, the Scion's man deigns to grace me with his presence. A pity that we have no time for pleasantries. Our first destination is Isambhar. Come, we are late enough as it is. Alright, straight to business this guy. Unsettled scholar. Whew. The Palace of the Dead is down there. Yes, this location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I will require but a moment to take the necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain that my work can suffer no interruptions. Then please, stand at an appropriate distance and keep watch for wild beasts. Get him! Kick his ass! And it's over. All done. I see we have both completed our respective tasks. A satisfactory outcome. Though if I could make one suggestion, you might try to dispatch your foes more quietly in the future. I do not like to pick fault, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. You ungrateful sack of shit. Now then, Snakebolt awaits, shall we? Yeah, I'll try to be more quiet next time. By just not being here and let them eat you alive. How's about that, asshole? You're lucky it's my job to look after you. Right about here, yes. As before, I would ask that you keep an eye out for dangerous beasts as I work. Okay. Pray see to your duty as I must to mine. Alright. Better not bitch and moan this time. Holy shit. Ah, I didn't reach these guys. Wrong button. Fascinating. These readings are not at all what I expected. Though perhaps that should come as no surprise. I am not given to superstition, but there is a queer, almost blasphemous air hereabouts. Well, we are in front of Amdapor Keep, so... Let us quit this place, and return to Roots Lake. We have one more site to survey. Yeah, Amdapor Keep is not really known for being a holy place. Quite the opposite, actually. Now we're going near the lost city of Amdapor. As before, my guardian, pray leave me to my task and ensure our safety. Amdapori Wraith. Bastards have snuck out. Oops. There's on cooldown. Oh shit, there's more of them. Alright, let's do this. Fuck it. Wrong guy. Great, now they're all coming after me. Too many assholes here. Jesus, gotta clear this shit out. Okay. Jesus. This data should prove invaluable to... Ye gods, what is that stench? Did you slaughter a creep of adamantises while my back was turned? Quickly now, to Camp Tranquil. I will not have my clothing reeking of blood and offal. Jesus. Almost thought I made quarry mill for a second. You chose to paddle in the Ichor a while longer, I take it. No matter, I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a cursory analysis of my data. It would appear that there has been a measurable decrease in Eorzea's ambient ether concentration since the calamity. No shit, we've been talking about that for a while, actually. Throughout the story. However, this data is far from conclusive. We must take additional measurements to confirm my assessment. The least among us. For our next survey, I would have you escort me to Earthsfount. The ambient ether concentrations there are so high that crystalline structures form spontaneously. Consequently, anomalous fluctuations should be much easier to detect. Brilliant, yes? No, don't bother answering. That was rhetorical. Now come along. He's one of those condescending scientific types. Reminds me of one of my old physics teachers. You should be more than familiar with the procedure by now. Pray find a suitable position from which to keep watch while I take measurements. We will be here all morning if you do not leave me be, young man. Yeah, whatever. Dick. Fucking skinny-ass Terminator over here. Yes. Quite high, yet still markedly lower than the historical measurements taken near the end of the 6th Astral Era. Could the presence of a primal account for the difference? Or is there something else? Something else. How do you figure, sport? Something else. Scion! Scion, come here! I need you! I'm on it. Oh no. Fear not, my friends! Help has arrived! There you are, Leon. Hori and I were worried when you and your charge failed to return at the appointed hour. Gutted like a hog, but not by one, no. These wounds were made with a blade. Doesn't look like he put up much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or his shield. That means he was caught off guard. I've heard nothing of any Crystal Brave operations in this area. What cause had Wilred to come here? What should we do? We will see to the Scholar's protection, Leon. Aye, and the boy's remains. You should return to the Rising Stones. The antecedent will want to know what happened here. And so do I. I think I did Tataru's quest first. That one was 100% filler. Or at least 99%. This obviously pertains to something that's been going on for a while. Something that Real has been suspecting. But man, Wilred. We spoke a few times in the Rising Stones. He wasn't as experienced as some of the other Braves, but gods, he had passion. And even though we're in the area, it wasn't Odin that killed him. Gods, what a waste. Pray leave matters here to us, Leon. You must return to the Rising Stones and inform the antecedent at once. I've never been this close to a... Oh gods. I've never found a dead body in real life. I feel like one day that might actually end up happening, but I don't know how I'll react when that happens, if it does. I hope it never does, but you never know. But yeah, it's a shame. Wilred was like... He was so enthusiastic. Green, but enthusiastic as hell. And trying to make amends for what he did back at the Little Alamigo. Hell, I even saved his life back then, but now... Cut down on his first mission. Actually, no. His first mission was way before this. He just went missing after that. Or during the mission. We don't even know what the fuck happened. Where's Real, though? He's gonna want to know. Leon, you returned. And you seem troubled. Did the role of escort chafe so? Yeah, but that's not why I'm... Wilred? Dead? Mayhap murdered? By the 12! How can that be? I will send word to Alfino at once. He will want to conduct a full investigation and send word to Wilred's family. God, he was just a boy. Who would do this, and why? A time to every purpose. The recent events weigh heavily on our minds. We must needs set them aside for now. Moonbreeda and now Wilred. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. A grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors. To the north to fight in common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean Alliance. Failing that, it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together. True. Need warning. Wait. Alright. We have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not? We have bested Dravanians and Ascians both. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the Primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though they are, were bought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies broken on the steps of faith, and before our eyes in this very room, our dear friend Moonbreeda. This is a victory we have wrought, and it is as bitter ashes in my mouth. Yeah, I know what you mean. Hollow victories, basically. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to join the feast in my stead. To enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet, and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front, that we might serve as a beacon of hope to all. So as much as you don't want to go, because it doesn't feel right, you have to, right? And so do I. For the greater good. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lamin a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. Smuggling leftovers out of the banquet. That's always fun. You go to like a wedding or something. Oh, just the man I wanted to see. Off to the big soiree, Leon? Raise a glass for me, eh? Or not. You don't look best pleased, lad. Something on your mind? Well, yeah, actually. By the Navigator, Wilred's dead? Gods damn it! They must know they've been rumbled. Sod it. 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around, on the quiet like, and sure enough, I found it. Seems a fair bit of coins made its way into the Braves' coffers courtesy of a Dodo Consortium. A daft name for a business if I ever heard one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something worked right. So I went through the ledgers again and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread. all were owned by the Mirage Trust. So basically the equivalent of shell corporations in real life. Companies that are just made to try and mask the movement of money. Almost like money laundering in a way. They don't do anything. They're just companies with a name, but they don't actually do anything. They're just meant to look like legitimate business fronts. But again, since they don't do anything, that's a tip-off. Shell corporations. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. Short of calling one of his businesses the bloody bribery consortium. I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. So that's how he got around. Yeah, because if he had tried to donate directly, Alfina would have been like, no, because we're trying not to be owned by, you know, the elite of wherever. The gods only know how many men of the first and third are taken to Legi's coin. Yeah. But now we know some of them are. I'd wager me right eye, they're the ones with what did for Wilred. This talk's weird, I'm just like tripping over it. The earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions. Bound to attract attention he was. Kinda like you, you better watch it, dude. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't. God damn me. You better watch your back too, dude. Still, I don't see what Teleji hopes to accomplish. He hid his scheme with all the care of a drunk pissing into the wind. All the care of a drunk pissing into the wind. Jesus. That's... just imagining it. No, he's cleverer than this, so we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that you have me word. I'm with you on this, Real. We're partners, man. We're like cop buddies now. In a cop buddy movie, except this is way more serious. And Leon, mind yourself when you're in Ul'dah, eh? We're heading into a storm. You can smell it. The kind what'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows it. So if you haven't completed the Crystal Tower series by this point, before you can actually accept this quest, Minfilia will tell you to please... that there's still some time before the banquet starts, so use that time to take care of any unfinished business you have. Because you have to complete the Crystal Tower Alliance Raid series before you can actually finish A Realm Reborn properly, so... Anyway, it's past the 2-hour mark, almost 10 minutes past, so before we head off to the big soiree, as Rio called it, and, you know, told me to watch my back and everything, for good reason. And that's why everyone's gone. They already went to go, you know... They already went off to Ul'dah then. For the big banquet or whatever, the big celebration. But anyway, yeah, like I said, before we head off to the big soiree, I'm going to take a break as usual. 5-10 minute break, and then be back. And when I come back, we feast. Albeit warily, watching our backs, because now we know we have traitors in our midst. Among the Crystal Braves, taking Teleji Adeleji's coin. BRB.